checking in right around 7:30 on May the 27th, 2009 from Palma de Mallorca. Down by the harbour front. The harbour is just down there where you see the palm trees and the other trees. This is the Passeig Maritime. This building straight ahead is the Consulat de Mar, which is actually the seat of the Balearic government. The Balearic Islands include Mallorca, Menorca, and Formentera and Ibiza. Down there we have a building that's completely scaffolded in. That's also a very famous building, and unfortunately can't see anything, but it's La Llonja, or in Catalan it's also called La Llotja. And it's the former stock exchange, but it's a late Gothic building from the late 1400s. Very old, and Gothic buildings usually used to be reserved for church buildings, but this is actually a non-religious building, a commercial building, and you can't see anything, unfortunately. Most of the stores along here are closed, but there's a nice little square here, quite lively. We came into Palma on Sunday 3 days ago, in the evening also, but it was very quiet at that time. Everything was closed, even most of the bars and restaurants were closed. But today it seems like the town is a little bit livelier. There's a nice little square here with music, and I can't tell if the music is live. Oh yeah, it's live. There's a guy playing the mandolin up there with some accompanying music. This little fountain, places to sit. Mediterranean countries are always great for that. Yeah, I guess these are musicians that are walking around collecting some money for their art. Nice little narrow road. This here is called Plaza de la Drassana, and these are some of the buildings that you see here in Mallorca so much. And here's the band walking around. Anna Dobrovna, it says over there. I have no idea what that is. It looks like a store of some sort. And this building is going to be turned into an H&M hotel. Here's another bar. So the city is quite lively right now. Very different from Sunday when we came here. Here's another bar, the Escape Bar and Bistro. Now you shouldn't be surprised to see or hear a lot of English in Mallorca, because a good portion of the tourism on this island comes from Britain, and the other major travelers here to this island are German. So Brits and Germans are most well represented here in Mallorca. Most of the tourist services will be speaking English. Nice buildings here. Very narrow streets, but people do drive here. Some even park here. I don't know how they manage to park their cars into these narrow streets. So there's a lot of tourism here. I think at the moment there's about 10 to 12 million people annually that come to Mallorca. Climate is virtually perfect. You could come here year-round pretty much. Even in the winter it doesn't go down much below 5 degrees Celsius. Most of the time it's probably 10 degrees, 15 degrees, so that's pretty good for outdoor activities. Some of the activities that have become more popular include ecotourism and cicloturismo, which is biking tourism. If you go into the mountain range north of here, you will see a ton of bicyclists. The roads are very narrow. See nice stores here, little corners. The roads are very narrow, going through the mountains, sometimes very steep, and it's not very easy to see around the corners. So when you're driving a car you have to be very, very careful. And on top of it, of course, you have entire groups of cyclists. Now cyclists include professional racing cyclists, people that are training for the Tour de France, or definitely professional racers as well as tourists, of course, of all kinds. See, look at these cute little streets here. Oh, there's a historic building here on this side as well. Don't quite know what that is, but it's definitely a great place for all sorts of outdoor activities. Let's have a look here. What is this? I don't know what this is. It looks like an expensive jewelry store or something like that. So at any rate, I will check back with you from some of the other little streets of Mallorca.